Richard Trumka is the president of the AFL-CIO, joining us out of this fine city. Richard, what did you make of the argument that I think Scott Walker was trying to get to, that this president has also had surprising popularity with fellow union types? What do you make of that?
Well, look, our members come in all stripes, but they have one thing in common. The rules of this economy haven't worked for them. They're looking for somebody to change the rules, not for Wall Street, not for corporate America, not for the rich, but them. They need raising wages, and they need it now. He had a message where he wasn't going to let Wall Street run wild, and he said the American economy works best when it works for American workers. Now they want him to put that into action. If he does that, I think he's going to find support from not only from all workers, quite frankly, because the rules are rigged against us. We want the rules rewritten. If he'll do it, we'll help him.
All right. Now, to that end, he's been pushing for more American jobs. He, reopened a pipeline that was considered dead under his predecessor. How do you feel about those efforts, and are they sincere and real enough for you to rethink the job he's doing as president?
Look, Neil, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put everything he does to two tests. One, does it comport with our values, and is it good for working people? If it is, we're going to work for it. If it isn't, then we're going to be against it. And we'll tell him exactly where we are on every issue.
Well, where are we now, Richard? Do you think he's done more good for your workers? I'm sorry. Do you think he's done more good for your workers now? I know it's still about a little more than a month in, but what do you think?
Yeah. Well, I think it's been a mixed bag. What he did on TPP was good. The thing he's trying to do with infrastructure is good. There's a lot of those things. And then on the other side, he put some people in that were pretty anti-union. Tried to put him in positions. One of them got defeated. Pudzer got defeated. But, so there's a mixed bag. As I said,
but Acosta, his new labor secretary choice, you like him more, right?
Much more. He's been a public servant. He has a record of enforcing the laws that he's been put in charge of, whether it's the NLRB or elsewise. We think he deserves absolute serious consideration. Yes.
We're told that it's always hard to preview these things, Richard, that a number of Democrats are going to protest, some of them even talking about not going tonight. Nothing like the numbers we saw at the time of the inauguration when almost 70 opted not to. But what do you think of that and people who react that way?
Look, we have problems in the country. I think everybody ought to just step back a little bit and say, let's fix the problems. We may disagree on how we get them, but we can't disagree that we do have problems in this country. I'm all for trying to fix them. And as I said, we're going to call balls and strikes. If he does something that's good for the economy and workers, we're going to be behind him. If he does something that weakens workers, is bad for the economy, then we're going to oppose him. And we'll not let the thing get personal as far as we're concerned.
All right. Now, it comes at a time when the president, and you and I have gotten into this before, your counterpart has been mentioning from the Auto Workers Union and everyone else that he has obviously gotten Ford to rethink making more cars in this country versus Mexico. It seems similar push by Carrie air conditioner to do the same, for Intel to build and expand a plant in this country, and on and on and on we go. Now, he is concerned that the media, that is, the president says the media ignores that. You obviously did not. At the outset, you were kind of referring to, I believe, those type of developments, and find it encouraging.
Absolutely.
What do you think of the fact that the media will pounce on negatives, and that's their want, they're fair to do that, but not mention some of this other stuff?
Well, I don't know. Well, here's all I can do is speak for what